Eala's grit, humility, and passion have captured every Filipino's heart, says Philippine Ambassador Alfonso Ver. Philippine star Alexandra Alex Maniego Eala, who has inspired her countrymen to love tennis other than basketball and volleyball, is grateful to her parents who have helped her stay grounded. That modesty and down-to-earthness, spotted by millions of her followers, documented by way of video clips and reels, and reshared numerously over the social media, is rooted in the very strong foundation her parents, business executive Mike Eala and former Philippine national swimming team member / 1985 Southeast Asian Games, Thailand, 100-meter backstroke bronze medalist Riza Maniego Eala, had inculcated in their children. I really appreciate those comments. Very kind of you. I would attribute that mostly to my family. I am thankful that my family and my parents have sacrificed a lot to have a very strong foundation for me and my brother. They have instilled a very strong sense of values in my brother and I. I also attribute that to my own experiences, replied the Southpaw 5'9". Eala met the press immediately after she trounced on Wednesday evening Romanian Sorana Saristia, 7-5, 6-4 in 1 hour and 38 minutes. The win qualified her to be part of the women's singles Final 8 of the ongoing Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships Women's Tennis Association 1000. The other competitors are Americans Jessica Pegula, Coco Gauff, and Amanda Anisimova, Croatian Antonia Ruzic, Ukrainian Alina Svitolina, Dane Clara Tauson, and Russian Mira Andreeva. The pupil and student at the Immaculate Conception Academy and the Colegio de San Agustin, among the basic and secondary education institutions for the well-heeled in Metro Manila, before her training at the Rafa Nadal Academy in Mallorca, Spain, where her older brother, Miko, was also an alumnus, continued, "It helps that I come from the Philippines. We have a big sense of community." Eala underscored gratefulness. "Where I have come from, I have seen some serious poverty. I have seen serious struggle. Although I have not lived through that struggle myself, I am able to appreciate what I have." For her, no matter what socioeconomic class one has been categorized in, struggles are undeniably the common denominator. "I have worked and sacrificed a lot to be where I am. I would like to take everything with gratitude and take a positive outlook when I can." Meanwhile, that big sense of community has been immensely demonstrated since the day Eala initially stepped into the Dubai competitions, her second in the UAE since her Abu Dhabi Open participation a fortnight back. A security guard on Wednesday evening volunteered, "Alex? Oh my, her fan base is the hugest I have seen. You see the Filipinos," referring to the droves of passers-by, "I have not seen so many. They are even here before Alex's game. They fill up the gates." Even Gauff acknowledged the jam-pack on Wednesday evening. She apologized to the predominantly Filipino spectators who had to wait because her victory from Belgian Elise Mertens took 2 hours and 18 minutes. It was the third night for Shane and family of 2 third-culture children. Her husband books the tickets for the next event every time Eala wins. First-timer information technology professional Patricia DeGuenco, who has been on track wherever the 20-year-old competes, said, "What strikes me about Alex is that even with all the attention that she has been getting, she has remained so grounded. We always see it in her interviews, in the way she interacts with fans, on how she carries herself on and off the court. No signs of entitlement, which speaks a lot about her character and upbringing. Alex has indeed improved significantly from last year. She has greatly improved her serve compared to Abu Dhabi and Doha. She is a breath of fresh air who brings a lot of excitement to the game," wrote Tennis Friends Philippines director Mark Dominic Ordonez. Consistent spectator Philippine Ambassador Alfonso Ver since the Abu Dhabi Open said, "We are immensely proud of Alex Eala and her incredible string of victories here in the UAE. Her grit, humility, and passion have captured the heart and admiration of every Filipino. These wins are not just for her, but the entire Filipino nation, and an inspiration that with dedication and faith, the Filipino spirit can shine anywhere in the world." In a year when the Philippines searched for a story to believe in, one young athlete gave the nation more than trophies and headlines. She gave it heart. Eala's grit, humility, and passion have captured every Filipino's heart, said Alfonso Ver, and in those words lives a truth that stretches far beyond sport. the fire that refused to fade. Long before the world noticed her name, Alexandra Eala was just a young Filipina with a racket that felt bigger than her dreams. On sunburned courts and beneath skies heavy with expectation, she trained while others slept, repeated drills while others rested, and chased balls that seemed impossible to reach. Grit is not loud. It does not demand applause. It shows up quietly at dawn and leaves long after dusk. It is the blister that hardens into callus, the tear wiped away before anyone sees it. In Eala's journey, grit was not a chapter, it was the foundation. There were matches she lost. There were rankings that stalled. There were whispers that the climb was too steep. Tennis is a lonely sport. Between the baselines, no teammate can absorb your fear. Every serve is a declaration. Every return, a refusal. And she refused to give up. Her decision to train at the prestigious Rafa Nadal Academy was not merely about elite coaching. It was about embracing discomfort. It meant leaving home, family, and the warm familiarity of Filipino soil. It meant learning resilience in a foreign land, adjusting to new cultures, and proving that she belonged among the world's best. Grit is choosing to stay when quitting would be easier. And she stayed. Humility in the spotlight. Success changes many people. It can swell egos and blur gratitude. Yet those who have watched Eala closely often speak of her soft-spoken grace, her readiness to thank her coaches, her parents, her country. Humility is not weakness. It is strength under control. It is the ability to win without arrogance and to lose without bitterness. Even as she raised titles and represented the Philippines on global stages, she bowed her head in prayer, waved to the crowd with shy sincerity, and spoke of her journey as a shared one. The flag stitched onto her uniform was never decoration, it was responsibility. In interviews, she did not speak of herself as a solitary hero. She spoke of the Philippines, of inspiring young athletes, of carrying hope. She knew that when she stepped onto international courts, she did not stand alone. She stood with more than 100 million Filipinos cheering from afar. Ambassador Alfonso Ver's words echo because they capture this rare balance: excellence without ego, confidence without conceit. Humility made her victory sweeter. It made her relatable. It made her ours. Passion that ignited a nation. Passion is the spark that turns practice into purpose. It is the smile after a brutal rally, the fist pump after a hard-earned point. Eala's passion is visible in every swing. It radiates in the way she chases a drop shot as if the match depends on it, because to her, it does. Passion is why she studies opponents, refines technique, and embraces pressure instead of shrinking from it. But her passion extends beyond personal ambition.